Wu Lei peeked at Zhao Lusi many times at the Starlight Ceremony. His eyes were too bright, and Wang Anyu's expression was subtle. A Starlight Ceremony once again ignited the starlight of domestic entertainment, with stars from all walks of life appearing on stage, including some high-profile CP groups. Although everyone focused on popular CPs such as Yang Zitan Kensi, Wang Hedi and Tian Zhuyi, attentive netizens caught the surprise appearance of the former popular CPs, Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei, which aroused unusual attention from netizens. That night, Zhao Lusi appeared with the crew of the Hidden God and walked on the red carpet. Next to her, the male lead of the Hidden God Wang Anyu protected her like a gentleman. Wang Anyu gently protected Zhao Lusi with one hand, and elegantly led her forward with the other hand. Afterwards, the two stood side by side, one wearing a straight suit and the other wearing an ink and wash haute couture. Whether they were ancient or modern, they matched perfectly. However, what is a little embarrassing is that netizens seem to be still immersed in the CP plot of the star, unabashedly saying, Wu Lei's glance at Zhao Lusi made Wang Anyu's hard work all night in vain. Indeed, on that day, although Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi were not on the same stage, some subtle details made CP fans call them stunned. At this Starlight Ceremony, Wu Lei won the honor of Outstanding Artist of the Year at the Tencent Video Starlight Awards, and his work in Blizzard Time also won the honor of the Most Anticipated Work. When Wu Lei accepted the award and gave a speech, the camera turned to Zhao Lusi in the audience. Zhao Lusi put on a new look, wearing a sweater, smiling and applauding, her soft eyes blooming warmly through the filter. Sensing the camera's attention, her eyes became softer like crescent moons, while Wang Anyu's expression behind her revealed subtle emotions. In fact, even if the camera was not pointed at Zhao Lusi, she was still staring at Wu Lei, her eyes shining like stars. This scene was captured by keen CP fans, who discovered in the 2-minute close-up, she watched him take the stage, listened attentively to his speech, and applauded enthusiastically the whole time. On this side, Zhao Lusi looked at Wu Lei with stars shining in his eyes, while on the other side, Wu Lei was caught by the camera stealing glances at Zhao Lusi many times. Although Wu Lei and Zhao Lusi were sitting in the same row that day, their seats were quite far apart. If you didn't pay careful attention, you would hardly notice the distant gaze. Some CP fans posted pictures of Wu Lei peeking at Zhao Lusi, and asked, "Do you understand?" Some netizens questioned the direction in which everyone was looking at Zhao Lusi at that time, but CP fans responded, when no one was looking, he was still looking. Indeed, when Zhao Lusi stood up, Wu Lei stared at her intently and applauded in unison with his hands. Also paying attention is Zhang Wenyi next to Wu Lei. Hu Yixin and Zhuang Chuxi, who were standing behind the two of them, did not pay attention to Zhao Lusi's existence at all. Later, Zhang Wenyi's eyes wandered to other places, while Wu Lei's eyes still followed Zhao Lusi's figure. It is also obvious from the images on the back that other stars are focusing on different things, while Wu Lei's focus has always been on Zhao Lusi. Let's look at Wu Lei's eyes as he looks at Zhao Lusi. They are full of intoxicating tenderness and seem to contain some indescribable emotions. Netizens said, it feels like they have some stories. Fans also showed the contrast between Wu Lei's eyes. When he treats ordinary people, he is indifferent and has a cold face, but when he treats the people he likes, his eyes are full of tenderness, as if they come back thousands of times. Regarding the state of the two, CP fans were very moved and said bluntly, they watched each other go on stage, high-fived each other, and were sincerely happy for each other. In 2022, Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei met by chance on the star and became the screen couple in the hearts of many viewers like a picture. During this period, the emotional journey of the two was like a painting, rich and colorful, and even now there are still countless CP fans deeply involved in it. Looking back on this time, the bond between the two seems like intertwined lines on the canvas, sketching out a moving picture. In fact, whether they are lovers or not, Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei are comrades in arms, exuding the light of sincere friendship and rejoicing in each other's brilliant success. At that moment, the authenticity of love no longer seems to be so important. Just like the colors in the picture, although they are different, they all complement each other on a common emotional palette.